Hello, hello, hello. Is my thing on? The wires are crossed the wrong way. I had to do. What's up, guys? welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're doing well. Hope that you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be listening to Sparks. We're going to listen to the first two tracks off of their album Kimono My House. This would be the tracks This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us, leading into Amateur Hour. This album was released in 1974. Okay, I have seen this band, the Sparks, or Sparks rather, pop up and occur in the comments quite a bit. I have no idea who they are, what genre they are. I don't know anything about them. And to be honest, I can't even quite assume, looking at the album cover and the names. I would imagine like art pop, maybe, something in that regard. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to do a blind taste test, a deaf listening test. It doesn't quite work. We're just going to listen to the first two tracks and kind of go from there. It's 7 o'clock and I'm drinking coffee, and it's not really a good idea. Hold on. Ooh, that hits the spot, though. I've been wanting a cup of coffee, like, all day. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. This is Sparks with This Town Ain't Big Enough for Both of Us, leading into Amateur Hour. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Zoo time, is she a new time? The mammals are your favorite time. You burn water tonight. Heartbeat, increasing heartbeat. You hear the thunder of stampeding rhinos, elephants and tacky tigers. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Tell me who's gonna leave.
Okay, allow me a moment before we move into Amateur Hour. This track had a lot going on that I want to talk about before I overload myself with the following song. I did not expect this at all, and yet I think that I was somewhat in the right direction with an art poppy sense. This reminds me, and I'm actually really curious, this was released in 1970, did I say 4, I believe? I wonder if Sparks had any sort of influence on Kate Bush or Queen, even. Maybe because there's something very eclectic about the nature of the music here. Interestingly enough, I'm still pretty sure, and I could be wrong, so I could be easily corrected. I think it's a female singing, but when I'm looking at the personnel, I don't see any, as far as I can tell, females credited here. I see Russell Mael is, ironically with the last name, he is the lead singer. And I'm just clicking on his profile, which actually this kind of makes sense. It says that Mael is known for his wide vocal range, in particular his far-reaching falsetto. That's impressive. That's extremely impressive. Honestly, I really thought it was a woman singing, but it's not. It's just Mr. Mael. Fantastic vocals, though. I really enjoyed his falsetto. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And the song nicely transfers in the verse into almost like a tango-like beat. Bump, 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 bump. Like, it touches on that. And I just think that is so cool. This song has a lot of flavor, a lot of pop. You know, this is a flavorful, a spicy dish. This is a spicy tuna. But all the musicianship around it is just as equally enticing and exciting. The guitar, very, very solid leads and riffs that are just bringing together the moments between the verses and the choruses and all the other things that are going on a first listen. It's kind of not all over the place, but there is a lot going on. But I really like how the guitar connects everything, that guitar being played by Adrian Fisher. And then I also like Ron Mael, who I would assume is Russell Mael's brother. I'm just taking an assumption. But I really like his keyboard work because it's just kind of like the guitar, connecting everything, but in a lighter way, in a slightly more atmospheric and, I don't want to say electronic, but going towards that direction, almost a synthy kind of sound, even though it's not really synths that are being played here. This was a really, really good track. The drums also, great job, just like pounding and rumbling together. This, that I love. And then it drops into this tango-like beat. Like, that's cool. I love that little shift in the verse. Just that little, here, the verse here. I can see Kate Bush singing this, or covering this rather. I really love this section of the chorus. I'm just playing it. That's an exciting movement. This song is full of exciting movement, actually, talking about it. While I'm here, let's just talk about the lyrics on this one, and then we'll go ahead and talk about, or listen to Amateur Hour. Zoo time is she and you time. The mammals are your favorite type, and you want her tonight. Heartbeat, increasing heartbeat. You hear the thunder of stampeding rhinos, elephants, and tacky tigers. Zoo time is she and you time. Okay? This town ain't big enough for the both of us, and it ain't me who's gonna leave. Some words have been sent flying. Flying domestic, flying, and when the stewardess is near, do not show any fear. Heartbeat, increasing heartbeat. You are a khaki-colored bombardier. It's Hiroshima that you're nearing. Okay. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Daily, except for Sunday, you dawdle in. That's a fun word, dawdle. You dawdle into the cafe where you meet her each day. Heartbeat, increase heartbeat. As 20 cannibals have hold of you, they need their protein just like you. What was that movie? Cannibal Holocaust, I think. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of things about that movie. So it looks like they're just describing perhaps an affair and how close to the danger these people are. At the end, referencing Hiroshima and such, almost as if the bomb is going to explode on you any day. And then the end, the latest census, there'll be more girls who live in town, though not enough to go around. Heartbeat increasing. You know that this town is not big enough for the both of us. That's at least what I think it's about on just a brief surface listening and reading of it. Let's go ahead and get to the end of this song and let the last few seconds go ahead and lead into Amateur Hour, where it seems that there was just a brief pause and then going into it. Let's go ahead and let that play, though.
This town is big enough, not big enough for both of us. This town is big enough, not big enough for both of us. I think
Personally, this is an album that I could see myself listening to. Whereas the first song kind of showed off all the structural changes and the things going on, this one stayed at a little bit more constant and predictable pace rather. But the energy is just as fun. The music is just as thriving. This one, the guitar and the bass actually really stood out a lot to me. Let me pull up their page once again really quick here. The bass is being played by Martin Gordon. I really like the way he moves up and down in this song. Once again, the guitar is just appropriately dancey, but also a little bit fuzzy. There's a lot of movement, once again, kind of going on. And that's what I keep coming back to with these two songs, is movement, energy. I guess a spark. That makes sense. Singing is just as fun to listen to here. And I actually am curious, do you guys like the singing here? Because I love it. This sounds like something I could easily get into. I really enjoy the singing. And I even like the lyrics in this one. Almost talking about the precarious nature of going through puberty and love and amateur hour. It almost reminds me of Counting Out Time by Genesis. But let me just talk about the lyrics really quick. The lawns grow plush in the hinterlands. I think you know what that means. The perfect little setting for the one-night stands. The drapes are drawn, the lights are out. It's time to put in practice what you've dreamed about. I'm counting out time. Well, she can show you what you must do to be more like people better than you. It's your amateur hour. You are early in your experiences, and someone who perhaps is more experienced is going to show you around town. The amateur hour goes on, and when you turn pro, you know. She'll let you know. An amateur hour goes on, and when you turn pro, she'll let you know when you turn pro. Girls grow tops to go topless in, while we sit and count the hairs that blossom from our chins. Our voices change at a rapid pace. I could start at a tenor. I love this. I could start a song a tenor and end as bass. That's a great line. So choose your partners, everyone. If you hesitate, the good ones are gone. Amateur hour goes on. And I like that last line. It's a lot like playing the violin. You cannot start off and be Yehudi Menuhin, which, while I'm not familiar with the name, just by the reference, I'm assuming is a professional and probably well-regarded violin player. So that's really good. Music is great. I really want to know what you guys thought of this, because this is my first exposure to this, and I'm loving that. So I can see myself listening to more of this album, and maybe I will. If you guys want to, we can do it here. But, even if you don't want to, I'll just listen to it, man. Let me know what you guys thought of the songs, though. You can let me know in the comments. You can follow me on a bunch of different platforms. I'm almost out of my coffee. I already drank the whole cup. So that's going to do me well for the rest of the night. Hope you come back tomorrow. Thank you for being here as always, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.